Since JMO got the interior all finished being bedlined, looks great. Pretty soon here, we're still letting it dry. I think we need to let it dry like one more day maybe. But after that, we're gonna start assembling the interior. We have a whole center console set up. This is all gonna get dyed black, which is gonna be pretty cool. We're also gonna wrap the armrest to match the dash. Unfortunately, this came, broke in shipping, which kind of sucks. Yeah, gotta reattach that. Happens, kind of a bummer. But yeah, so I'm gonna start, I got these all disassembled last night, or yesterday rather. I get them all cleaned up with alcohol and get this piece reattached. Gonna try our hand at dyeing everything. They call it dyeing, it's really just spray painting it. I had it done on some of the trucks I built back in the day. I've never actually sprayed it myself, so new experience. But should look really good. I'll tell you guys the plan a little bit. Kind of keeping it pretty bare bones. You know, we got rid of that whole structure back here. And then up here, we'll just have the seats and basically just dash and center console and floor mats.
This is real exciting stuff. The whole back of the truck was completely enclosed with sheet metal paneling, this kind of stuff here. So it completely enclosed the rear end. Well, we wanted to go a step farther, and I know it's not gonna be as strong. We decided to go with some acrylic, this cell cast acrylic sheet. It's pretty strong stuff. So we went with a translucent blue, and we're basically gonna be covering everything. It's gonna be all over the top, the sides. When we do all of our fuel pumps, water pump, that kind of stuff, batteries, it'll be super cool. Well, right here is Matt making a massive mess on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just trying, like, so we pulled the front, or JMO pulled the front suspension off a little while back when he was prepping the engine bay. And then it was just sitting assembled because stuff was just like so rusty and gritty, and it was just a pain to get stuff apart. So it's been sitting for a little while, so I'm like, you know what, it's time to get all disassembled.
All new spherical bearings.
So we'll get like all, basically we'll be able to rebuild the whole front kit. Yeah, so I'm just getting everything disassembled, cleaned up, and then we gotta press out the spherical bearings. These will probably just sit for a little while until we get the rear linked, and then we're gonna send all the suspension out to powder coat. I'm trying to figure out what color we want to get. We were set on blue. Now we're thinking maybe red for the suspension, because then it should balance really well. But comment below, let us know what you guys think. That's a couple episodes out when we powder cut this stuff. So also calipers, we're gonna paint these. Should we match them? Or yellow maybe? That could be kind of cool. Tying a little yellow off the
A little
body.
Ferrari caliper action.
Yeah. Oh, hey there. Don't ever make this.
What are you doing?
I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly.
Matt's building a contraption to blow himself up. So there's probably 200 pounds of fuel in there.
Well, we're pretty strong. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah, but what's 30 times 8? Even half full.
140.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That cell right there weighs 500 pounds full.
We have a surprise for you guys. Should we show them?
Yeah. Well, we got an air conditioner in the bathroom.
Yeah. This is an office, and you'll see who owns it in just a second.
Whoa! Ha ha ha!
Say hi, Gaijin. Come here, buddy. As you guys know, it's incredibly hot in the garage, so we built them a little office. We're still decorating, but
yeah,
it's so nice.
It's just pretty much me.
Yeah, I got them a little, so this is a Japanese chin, and they like climbing, so I got them a little cat tower. We're gonna put that in the corner so you can climb around, and then I think we're gonna paint it soon and get some pictures hung up. So this is Gaijin's office now. He allows us to use the bathroom. But if you guys have us on Instagram, Gaijin has his own IG at Gaijin the Puppy. So I'm pretty stoked. We're gonna do a bunch of like dog car content. So we already posted a couple photos up there. He'll just have like his own stream of content. So if you guys like cute dogs and want to see some cool, kind of unique behind the scenes that we're not posting on Haugen Racing, go check them out. Gaijin the Puppy. As of filming this, I think he has like 60 followers. So let's run those numbers up for him. Well, both of our trucks are like empty apparently. So we're gonna just put these into our trucks. But then just going ham.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good time.
An excellent use of our time.
I mean, no leaks, dude.
You kidding?
No, act like you're not impressed.
What about that one?
Ah, it's a dribble. It's a difference. We got the fuel cell emptied. Just gonna work with it in there, kind of move it. There's not really any reason to take it all the way out. That'll work. I think now we got a bunch of these Zeus clips. So JMO's gonna keep rolling on these back panels. Start seeing that come together. Exciting times. We're gonna start assembling the interior, start getting the seats in, get the pedals in, probably kind of work on the dash a little bit. We're gonna redo these door bars. Somebody in like a Facebook group said something, and we've been looking at them this whole time, but I didn't really stare at them in depth. They're not gonna do it. Reason being, for the power it had and the speeds you'd be going, probably okay. And this is pretty strong. It's still 2-inch. Ties in real nice down here, and right at this joint, the seat bracket's tied in. But we really want more protection and strength. So we'll do a similar door bar to that. That's just a lot stronger, and that'll be really nice. So we have a die coming, so we can bend 2-inch. So we'll see that come together. And then we may add a couple other points in here and just kind of beef it up.
So we're making new pieces for here.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes you just like have an issue.
What the heck did you just do? Oh my God, what? What are you doing? You're like Guy Jin right now, just freaking tossing stuff around.
It's fine.
You crazy, man. So what happened? Tell the people, because I'm hoping if this takes off and it works well, I'm hoping some of you guys try this on your vehicles. So
I remade it. Drilling the hole. I went one step too big, too fast.
They're tough to work with. Like
Split it.
JMO's made all these panels. I cut a couple, but he's been really kind of figuring them out. This is just ABS plastic, guys. You can get it in any color you want, translucent, transparent, and you just have to work it really slow.
You gotta be real slow, real careful.
Sound like a like backcountry, like NASCAR folk, like, yeah, gotta fit her over the roll bar.
You got this corner right here, you can get right over the roll bar.
That there's a notch for your roll bar. When you said that, I imagine like those trucks with like the dual roll bar in the back of the bed with the 4 lights on top that don't do anything. You guys, my dad had a black, you don't even know this, my dad had like a black, really old truck. It was back in probably the 70s or something. And it had like a 6-inch lift, and it had the chrome roll bar with the KC highlights on it.
4 KC daylighters.
Yeah, him and my brothers would go out with it. There's so many cool cars we should have kept. This is why we keep in our cars.
I wanted to show you guys something. Your man's over here.
Go on, get. You don't put this up footage. Well, don't put this in. I'm stuck.
And that allowed the panels to be secured to each other rather than have a bunch of Zeus fasteners all along the bars. It allowed them to run along the bedside without securing to the bedside. I went ahead and welded a couple of these guys together, but we're gonna put that right up in there. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's basically going to allow
He's checking it out.
It's going to allow the panels to be Zeused together. Hopefully that works.
Banging away on the interior. I had to drill out the holes for the belts, as you guys saw. So that took a little bit, but now they slide in really nice. Next thing on the list, I'm really excited about. JMO got the pedals all in and set up earlier, and then we took them back out when we painted, but I just bolted them back in. They bolted in great. As you know, we can't leave anything stock. Oh yeah. Dash Japan pedal set, MT blue. Got clutch, brake, and gas. These are actually the same pedals that are in the Pro car as well. I loved them in the Pro car. I think this will actually be a little easier than on the Pro car. I shouldn't say that before I get started. I got the clutch and brake pedal done. They look really good. Super sick, anodized blue. So as you guys know, you can never have enough weight savings. This is our old jack. This is an air jack. Pro Eagle did not sponsor us, but you're welcome, guys. Let us know if you'd like to work together. This is basically an air jack. It works off of little CO2 bottles. I'm gonna weigh the difference between the whole setup. So this is just like a Harbor Freight or Pittsburgh jack. So that's everything you need to lift the truck. This is everything you need to lift the truck. We're gonna compare weight real quick. So I'm 172. Let's do the big boy first. Pittsburgh and the bracket and handle, I'm 213. So that is 41 pounds. We got air jack. I'm 184.5, so that's 29.5 pounds weight savings. I got all the, well, this isn't quite all of it, but most of the center console and some of the dash stuff, starting with some adhesion promoter, and then we're gonna dye it with basically vinyl spray paint. So we did this kind of center console cup holder, and it came out pretty sharp. These are the rest of the pieces I gotta clean and prep and do, but yeah.
What's up? We have the steering column, part of it here. And we need to get rid of basically the whole ignition module, ignition deal here. We're not gonna be using the ignition. So we're gonna cut right here. We got these funky factory bolts that they must just, I don't know.
Look upon me!
JMO's addressing the drift gods right now for some cool weather. We're maybe getting there, dude. And it's just right at 100 degrees.
You will cool down!
Building the back panels, as you probably know. And I am tired of cutting plastic. It's pretty awesome. It's looking pretty all right. On the dash, we had a few holes and things that we were wanting to plug up. One of them mainly is a big, huge hole where the airbag was, and that was being used for like the GPS unit before. And it was kind of built into the dash and stuck out a little bit. Howdy, peoples. Well, I got one side pretty much done here. We're only going up until this point, until we figure out what's going on here. I've also got a piece that goes here. Fixes and trims and, you know, then it's hard to get it to all really match up real nice. There's a few small gaps. Some of it can't really be avoided with this stuff as it bends and moves around, so.
Well, it's another hot one. We are running fire suppression on this puppy. Fire suppression system. Same kit we run in the R32 and the R34. So just working on getting it mounted up. Should sit pretty nicely, kind of right in there. Got the holes drilled, those bolted up. Figure out where we're gonna put the pull handle. So probably work on that next. Fits really nice. Kind of right in between there and in between that strap point. As you can see, freaking strong. So that should be cool. We are gonna have center console. So I'm considering maybe running it up underneath. Moon eyes, wink mirror, and yellow too, super sick. Kind of one of the last really big pieces of fabrication we gotta do. We're gonna redo the door bars. I don't know how much we've shown you of this, but it did have the old GPS nav screen. There's a big hole in here and bolted into there. So doing fiberglass over it, and then we're gonna plug up the old vent holes too. Everything engine related, like fuel pumps and stuff, is gonna have its own M-Tron switch panel and 8-switch.
Yeah, so we've been waiting around for hours now for the 4-link kit to show up, and they said between 3 and 6. It's now 6:01, and they didn't even show up. Look at that guy. Look how mad he is. Oh my God, he's so angry. Yeah. Yesterday we got those door bars cut out, and I'm really gonna be able to get the seat brackets to match from where we cut them off, because of the way they had that bar curved and they put it in. It's kind of something like this. The only issue I'm having is this gap. I'm gonna have to jump here But otherwise, that's kind of what she's gonna look like.
This morning we dropped the dash and the armrest on the center console off to get wrapped. Don't believe we showed you guys the material yet. So when we get those back, we'll show you. They're gonna be so sick. Before we did that, we're gonna have an M-Tron color screen, kind of like on the Pro car and the 32, different brands. So I'm just kind of cutting this out. This is like the old gauge cluster. Getting them all cut out using a Dremel, and then I'm just gonna smooth this out. We can prep and paint this and have it ready to go, and then when we get the screen, we can just make some sort of little plate that fits in there and has a screen real nice. So on the gauge cluster, I got that all cut out, sanded pretty nice to like a 280 grit, so that should paint pretty well. And then we're gonna plug up that one and this one, as well as that little one. I'm gonna use these 3 for accessories, but I'm just cutting off like all the stuff behind. I'm gonna smooth that out as well. And then I think what we're gonna do, JB weld like an aluminum plate on the back side. I think this will be pretty clean. These are the little details that unless you guys are watching all our build videos, you're gonna miss, and you're not even gonna know they exist. Make sure you're watching all the build videos and check out all our other videos as well, like the automotive parody. I think you guys that are watching the build, you're a little bit more involved with our YouTube, so you're watching kind of all the series, but go check them all out. We do a bunch of cool stuff. We upload 3 times a week. So this is just a small part of what we do. Hello humans. Well, let me turn this music off before we get copyrighted. All right. Will, don't put that in. That played for a while. Little update. Made a little aluminum plate, just like Jamo did on the dash, and then just JB welded it in there. It's currently drying, but sits pretty flat on there. Then we'll just come over that with some body filler, and then still trying to figure out all these little dimples. I'm either gonna body fill all of them, which sucks, or maybe just sand the whole thing down some, because this will obviously be smooth and it would look weird if this was still had these little holes, but it should look good. Little AC vent delete.
Hello. All right, we kind of got this stuff cleaned up, ready to throw these in here. No one's a professional welder around here, but we do what we can. It will be safe, that's for sure. That's what you always look like these days, bro.
Sometimes you just gotta let some anger out.
Yeah, built like a Toyota.
Oh my god, that thing is a beast, dude. I expected an explosion. Who builds these things? Jesus, China? So this is kind of like our rear chase light bar unit. I'm gonna scuff this up and then paint it semi-gloss black so it kind of matches all the other stuff, and should look pretty good up there. And then we got some new lights for inside here as well. So after that's painted, we'll fill those in. They're sick.
Yeah, don't copyright me. I wanted to talk to you guys about safety, how not to do things.
All right, so I got the like rear chase bar unit. I got it all sanded up, and then I got basically the bottom and inside sprayed semi-gloss black. So I'm just letting that dry. It looks super clean. And then the lights we got for it, check these out. They're so sick. Oh yeah. So they're like infinity lights or whatever they call them. Mirage lights.
Fun little fact here. Some of the cage in this truck is 1 3/4. Some of it's 2 inch. So the lower bars that we put in are 2-inch. But I realized the old door bars are already the perfect bend to make some sweet door intrusion bars. Boom. So we went ahead and repurposed those door bars that we cut out since they already had this beautiful bend. Oh, hey Roderick.
GPS right here in the radio.
And Matt is doing fun things to the dash.
Detail work, you guys. This stuff is like, will go unnoticed unless you're like a true Tacoma enthusiast and know like fans go there, but.
Or any sort of car.
Yeah. It looked clean though. The dash will just be super smooth. We're kind of fitting the door on there, making sure it clears.
This shit is strong.
Should clear on like the outside, but because it comes up so high, which is good, I want to protect the whole side of our body. So it clears good like inside here on the door, but we're gonna have to trim kind of some of that back. All right, so we're putting the doors back on so we can make sure the door bar is gonna clear, and then trim the doors. And somehow we got it so out of alignment, the Lambo door hinge. The back door is good, but the front door was just totally messed up. So we're back to ground zero. We're just gonna reinstall these puppies. I don't believe we moved these ones, but there's a buttload of adjustment and they are just messed up. But the nice thing is the doors are finished painting. We have to cut them a little bit for the door bar and repaint, but we can do our final alignment on the doors and final install on them, and we can touch up that paint with them installed. So, but they're cool, you know, it's worth it.
They're super sick, but they're kind of suck, but they're sick, dude, but they're kind of like a pain.
So I got the first coat laid down on the chase light enclosure, whatever you want to call it. Nice thing is it was powder coated already, so you just really need to give it a light sand. I did like a 280 grit, I think, which is actually fairly heavy, but it worked out with the DA sander. It was pretty smooth. Dang, she looks good. Semi-gloss is such a nice color.
Sup. My birthday last week, so just got back from a sweet camping trip with the family and ready to get back into this. So I'm gonna be trying to get these doors finished up and at least get started on the rally bars. I think we're gonna run some rally bars. So I just got the driver's side bar tacked in. Fits the door pretty nice. Still gotta clean this up after we pull the latch back out. So I'm gonna clean off the poles, but I'm gonna get this one welded in first. So we now have door bars. They tuck nicely inside the door. And this helps with any rollover or intrusion that we might have into the door. Leaves a lot of elbow room here for when the seat's in. Now I think we'll put some rally bars in, and basically the rally bars are gonna be 2 bars, somewhere in this region to here, somewhere in this region to up here. That's just an extra strengthening bar there. And it looks cool.
JMO got the door bars done. So sick. Now, moving on to the rally bars. So that's what that blue tape is. So that'll kind of go from that point to there, and then one more down there. But super strong. This is, personally, I think it's JMO's too. I shouldn't speak for him, but this is my favorite design of door bar. Like, this is what we have on all the cars. I just think it's the best looking. It's definitely one of the strongest. Obviously, this is like a kind of a rectangle triangle, but you have the massive triangle right here, a true triangle at like the worst point of impact. And then these still count as somewhat of a triangle. They have that same effect. So basically I have like 3 big triangles And if you guys don't know, triangle is the strongest shape. Look it up. But yeah, super pumped on them. They're gonna look good. And be safe, but look good. Now go ahead and check out these other 2 videos and stick around. See you soon.